All right, everybody, today we are dividing by two-digit numbers. This is more of a quick study guide. We had a review on this earlier in the week, so you can reference that if you need to. The Hogwarts Library has 15,852 reference books arranged in 12 stacks equally. How many books does each stack hold? So we're going to take our 15,852 and we're dividing it by 12. So we're going to ask ourselves, how many times can 12 go into 1? And it can't, so we need to go over one more. Now we'll say 15 divided by 12, and it goes into it one time. 1 times 12 is 12, so we'll subtract. And we get 3. We bring down our 8. We like to do it in my class with colorful pencils or pens. Bring down that 8. So then we'll say, how many times can 12 go into 38? And that's 3 times. 3 times 12 is 36. If you need to do that on the side, you can. 12 times 3 is 36. So you subtract. 8 minus 6 is 2. 3 minus 3 is 0. So then you bring down your next digit. How many times can 12 go into 25? Twice. 2 times 12 is 24. Subtract and bring down your next digit. And this is really important that you bring down this digit each time. You don't want to forget one of them because then you'd be left with an empty placeholder. 12 goes into 12 one time. 1 times 12 is 12. So you want to make sure you're left with nothing down here, or it would just be left as a remainder. So how many books does each stack hold? Each stack holds 1,321 books. Next question. Gina earns $3,410 as a full-time babysitter for the Wilson family during the month of October. How much money does Gina earn each day? So it feels kind of like this problem might be missing some information for us. But it says during the month of October. So we have to know that the month of October has 31 days. So sometimes you really have to look at the problem and see what it's asking you. So she earns $3,410. We're going to divide that by our 31 days. 31 can't go into 3, but it can go into 34 one time. 1 times 31 is 31. We're going to subtract and bring down. 31 goes into 31 one time. 1 times 31 is 31. Okay, so lots of my students would think, okay, I have a 0 at the end. I'm finished. But that doesn't make sense. First of all, I have an empty placeholder up here at the top. And then also, my answer doesn't make sense. Could Gina earn $11 each day during the month of October to make $3,410? No, that doesn't make sense. So I need to ask myself, how many times could 31 go into 0? Well, 0 times. 0 times 31 is 0. Now I'm finished with my problem. So my answer is $110. Gina earns $110 each day during the month of October. How could I check my work? 110 times 31, then I would get $3,410. So you're just doing the inverse or opposite operation. My next problem. There are 345 6th graders enrolled at Gamers Middle School and 15 classrooms. How many students are in each classroom if each class has the same number of students? Okay, so to be able to solve this, I'm going to take my 345 students at Gamers Middle School, and I'm dividing it by the 15 kids in each class. So can 15 go into 3? No. Can 15 go into 34? Yes, it can. 2 times. 2 times 15 is 30. I'm subtracting. Next step is to bring down. How many times can 15 go into 45? Well, if I don't know, I can do some quick math on the side. 15, I'll just guess a 3, because since I know it's bigger than 30, and that is 45. So there are 23 students in each classroom at Gamers Middle School. Number 4. The grocery store only sells eggs by the dozen. There are 12 eggs in 1 dozen eggs. If there are 624 eggs in stock, how many dozens of eggs are there? So we're going to take our 624 and divide it by the 12 eggs. 12 cannot go into 6, so we have to look at the next one. How many times could 12 go into 62? If we're not sure, we're going to do some math over here on the side. So let's just take a guess. I'm going to guess at 5. 5 times 2 is 10. 5 times 1 is 5, plus 1 is 6, and I got lucky. So I'm going to say 5, 60, subtract, and then I bring down. How many times can 12 go into 24? 2 times. 2 times 12 is 24, and I have a 0 at the bottom. I've also gone all the way over with my numbers on my place value. So how many dozens of eggs are there? There are 52 dozens of eggs.